Okay. So tonight we are talking about becoming, being the trusted tax preparer, what that role look like, what our responsibilities are in that space, and we will go over the WISP. If you are a tax professional already, you should have heard of a WISP. If you don't know what that is, you will know by the end of the night, and the importance of having this in place and what your role and your responsibility is, as it relates to the WISP, which is a excuse me, written information security plan. So we have a big responsibilities, as tax professionals, tax preparers, to protect our clients' information. So if it is your first time here for this training, I want you to drop me a flame in the chat. If you back and you was here last week and you still fired up and you ready to get re-fired up again this week, I want you to give me a high five. So let me see. How many people was here last week? How many people, is this your first night? We are continuously growing every single week. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I want to see my first timers, and I want to see who back tonight. I want to see who's serious, because people who show up, action takers, are money makers. And at the end of the day, with everything else, that is what we're here for. So let me see. Candace, where you at? You in this chat?
I'm here. I'm trying to get some people in still.
Okay. All right. Yes, welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all know I said this is interactive. I need y'all energy. I need y'all to be woke. I need you to have your cell phones. I need you to have your pen and paper. I need you to have your drink of choice. And if this is your first time here, let me introduce myself again. I am Okay, so I am Essence Oni, the founder of the Financial Paramedic, 50% owner of Sweet Revenue. My business partner, Candace Powers. I will be presenting and teaching most of the classes over the next 6 weeks. So our first course last week was on a Wednesday, but moving forward, we will be meeting nightly at 7:30 up through October. And after October, we will continue to have some classes, keep you guys engaged, continue to give you information, because it is a lot of information. We have people from all walks. We have some people that are absolutely no experience, totally new into the tax space. And then we do have people here who are experienced, or people here who have like accounting degrees, bookkeeping backgrounds, but maybe have not prepared taxes. So we're going to cover everything for everybody. And at the end, at the question and answer session, if you have some value to bring to the group, we are open to hear from you. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? Can you put
Yes.
yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for that. So the goal tonight is to help you move, if you have no experience, or if you have some experience, or if you were just kind of doing this on the side, to move you from a side hustle into operating and moving like a business. So it's very important for us not to feel like, oh, I don't have any clients, I never did this before. We all started at zero. So me, Candace, Kara, Rave, any other office that you are up under that may have invited you into this space, we all started at zero. So You have to envision where it is that you actually want to be and where your business is going to grow, regardless of what it looks like today. When you come in, can you please mute yourself? So again, welcome back. And again, this room is full of individuals from novice to experienced. So we're going to cover things that everybody can use to be prepared to move into a CEO space and be able to set the tone for what your goal is for this tax season. So let's start off with what we talked about last week. So the marketing, that is the heaviest thing right now. Building your clientele, getting your information out there that you are now in business. I want to see who actually made an announcement. And you can come off of mute or you can put it in the chat. Who actually sent some text messages, made a social media post, who actually let the fear go and share it with somebody, the world, social media, that you are now in business? Where y'all at?
I actually have.
Okay, Ian. Do you care to share what you did? Was it social media? Was it text message? What did you do?
It was actually, I went down face to face with one of my friends who actually works down at the mall, at the local mall here in town, and decided to go up to him. We previously had worked together before, coworkers, kind of turned into friends. Let him know, hey man, I'm still, I'm doing my own thing this year, doing the taxes, looking to get back into it, get back in the game. I know you had some questions, about your taxes this year and what they were going to look like. Anytime you want to sit down, man, I'm available. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. We have a strong relationship and yeah, and he was more than willing to let me know that, hey man, you're the first person I'm going to. Hey, I saw how you work, I saw how you do things, and I like you. You're a good guy. So yeah.
Perfect. And so just to recap from last week, people buy from people who they know, like, and trust. So you will be surprised who actually already trusts you. You will be surprised who is waiting to know that you are actually in business. So hats off to you. Ian, is there anybody else that would like to share? I see a lot of y'all saying that y'all did. Tara said she shared with her family. Michael said he did. Hey, Mike.
Uh, how you doing? My name Ryan. I'm new,
Okay. Hey, Ryan.
but last year I had a few. Like I knew somebody in Chicago that was doing taxes, so basically everybody that I was sending to her, I'm just doing them this year for myself.
Okay, and make sure you go. Now is the time. Make sure you tap in early. Don't take for granted. If they had a good experience, they might be prepared to go back. So make sure you making the announcement now that you are in business, that you will be taking clients.
Yeah, the only reason she got them was because of me. So I sent them to her. So basically they already trusted me. So I just told everybody I was gonna learn this year, and I'm just doing myself and look out.
Okay, congratulations. Congratulations. I'm looking forward towards a successful season for you. Shay, you want to come off of mute and let us know what you did?
Hello. So yeah, I just looked through my went through my contacts. I have a lot of like different groups that I'm a part of, like when it comes to church groups, when it comes to parenting groups, parents with sports with my children. I have a group with friends, like a girl traveling group. I have a family group, so I just kind of made a message addressing the group that I was in. And I told them that this tax season, let me be your tax professional, that I'm learning from the best in the business. I've been dealing with Essence for like the last 5 years, and She is awesome. I'm learning from the best in the business. With the both of you ladies over the 25 years plus combined experience, I said it will be great with your help. There's no doubt that this season will be amazing. And I said, thank you for your support. And I said, let's get it. And I got a lot of feedback. They were like, girl, you doing taxes? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just plug me in. I'm ready when you ready. Say, I got some questions. Let's find out what Trump is doing this year and how this is going to affect us. And I said, just give me a minute. I'm going to have all y'all questions answered and just hold on and we're going to get it this year. So I did that. I made a post about Tuesday's class. And it was just as you stated, if you're putting what you're doing, you may get a lot of reviews when you just put some random stuff up there. And when I made that post, I probably got, usually I'll get like maybe 200 views. I think on this one, I got like 48. But I said, it's okay. I'm going to keep putting it in their face. They're going to see it.
Yeah. And people want to see if you're serious. So congratulations to you. And congratulations to all of y'all that came off of mute and to y'all in the chat as well, because it takes a lot to show up for yourself. It really takes commitment to show up, and if you show up though, each week is going to get easier and easier, and people are watching. You are getting people's attention, whether you got one like, no likes, or 100 likes. People want to see that you're going to be consistent, because people expect for you to quit or, to kind of fall off. So stay committed. Posting equals visibility. Every post is a potential client touch point. Consistency beats perfection every single time in the social media game. So sometimes we feel like we having bloopers. We don't know what to say. If you're afraid to go live, you can actually just record a video and post it, but you have to show up, and you want to have a professional, presence when you do show up, but done is better than perfect. So the tax professionals who consistently market themselves are the one building wait lists while others scramble for clients at the time. So you're going to see people popping out of nowhere when we get to the end of the year, but we are ahead of the game by getting in people's face now. People are going to be like, oh, I've been seeing Shay, I've been seeing Ryan, I've been seeing Ian talking about this. Let me see, So congratulations to y'all. I'm proud of y'all. Thank y'all. So marketing is done daily. It's not done when you need clients. So in general, a part of a side hustle is that you want to react instead of operating a business. So side hustles are reactive. CEOs are proactive, and we're going to get more into that. And so again, each week we're going to recap on the marketing space, and I'm going to give you tips so you're not just trying to like scramble. A lot of y'all last week said that you are comfortable using Chat GPT. You're already using it on some level. Excuse me. You're already using it on some level. So that is a great tool if you're familiar with AI, if you're using Chat GPT to be able to get ideas. But again, an educational reel. So education, it don't have to be all, it can be anything that you're learning from tonight. And it don't necessarily have to be all taxes, taxes, taxes. You can talk about what I'm learning as a new business owner, what I'm learning as growing a tax business, how I'm going to be able to help individuals in the future. So it can just be educational, but it can still tie back. So you don't have to just beat people over the head with the tax standpoint. Even if you're in class now, you can have somebody do a quick video that just shows you talking, showing you learning, and you putting your own like words or writing over the video. So you don't always have to just be like live and showing your face, even when you're doing a reel. So even if you show this and then on the reel, you just put 3 things that tax professionals are responsible for. So it's a whole bunch that you can do. And I'm going to give y'all tips and ideas every single week. You can share a personal story. People connect to people. People, again, they buy from people who they know, like, and trust. So why are you starting this business? A lot of people are in a tough financial space right now. So you being honest, like, hey, I need some additional income right now. Look, I'm starting this tax business. You may even be able to invite or bring on somebody else to the team. So just share your story. Just be real about where you are and what's going on with you relating to you starting this business. If you are an experienced tax professional here, where you already been working with people, if you have people who you have already been helping, posting client results, if you have text messages in your phone that, you know, people saying thank you, your service was great, I look forward to working with you again next year. These would be messages from, hold on, make sure you mute yourself when you come in, please. These would be examples from last season that you're posting to just show I've already have a clientele. People already know me. People already trust me. And here's why you should too. And then again, the behind the scenes, just like it can be a video of pretty much anything. Sometimes we overthink things and we talk ourselves out of wanting to do something. You just kind of become fearful. So if you're a person that's afraid to get in front of the camera, make sure you can just capture, you know, an actual video of behind the scenes. It doesn't have to necessarily be you talking. Let's see. I can't really tell who is not on mute. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Braylon.
All right, so turning interested into booked clients. When people, hold on.
Mute Roundell.
Okay. Did I mute him? Okay. All right, so we want to turn interested clients into book clients. So now it is early, but if people are responding to you, make sure you're getting their names, make sure you're getting their phone numbers, make sure you're getting their emails so you can plug them into systems later, and you can continue to market to them and you can continue to follow up with them. So once you're posting on social media, or if you're sending out text messages, if people text you back, make sure you respond fast. If you came here and you are a client of mine, you know, I pretty much pride myself on responding quickly. And I respond to people quickly, not only because it's good for business, but that's how I like to be dealt with. Like, if I'm looking for something or I want to know more about something and you're offering that, I'm going to continue to kind of look and search until I get an answer. So don't take for granted that, oh, somebody is reaching out to me, or, oh, somebody responded, or you could also be in a little space of fear as well, but just at least acknowledge the message. So even if somebody reach out to you and maybe you don't know what to say and you need to get with me, or you need to get whatever coach or mentor has brought you to this space, make sure you acknowledge the client's message. Hey, I see your message, give me a little bit, I'll follow up, or just go ahead and respond. So we always want to acknowledge any responses quickly. We want to show availability. So tonight we're going to talk more about the systems that we can kind of have in place to be able to help us respond quickly and not miss messages. It can be a lot if you are a person that is on Facebook, you on Instagram, you on TikTok, people texting you, people emailing you. It can be a lot, and we need to have systems in place to make sure we're not missing anybody and we're not missing any money. And we always want to know, provide the next step. So once you lock somebody in, hey, I got you locked in. We can start doing estimates in December. I'll be following up with you. But in the meantime, we're going to also be marketing to them and providing them with information and value that's going to make them be excited to be hearing back from us in December. So we always want to, if a client is now responding, you're saying you're in business, oh, they might be saying, tell me more. They might be saying, how much you charge? They might be saying, I'm afraid I'm or my son turning 17 this year. Can I claim him? Acknowledge it fast. You want to let them know about your availability, and then you want to let them know the next step, just depending on what their questions or concerns are for you. And again, people buy from people who what? They know, like, and trust. Trust is currency. When people trust you, they'll do business with you. So again, this year we are moving from a side hustle to a scalable business. So some other things that we can be doing right now is one, thinking about what do you want to name your business? So at the end of the day, all of us are independent contractors. All of us work for ourselves. Even if you're a P10 holder, which means that we're providing you software and you're doing your taxes kind of under us, and we're coaching you and we're mentoring you to make sure that you're doing things correctly and educating you. But this is your business. You don't work for the IRS. You don't work for Essence. You don't work for Candace, Kara, Rave, any office that bought you here. You don't work for us. So I really want you guys, especially the people who are here from like TurboTax and Free Tax USA, where you was just kind of saying, oh, like I call it kitchen taxes. Like you were just kind of doing it on the side. Now we're thinking, I want to establish me an LLC, right? I want to get me an EIN. My EIN is like your social security number for your business. I want to open me a business bank account. So at the end of the day, you all will get 1099s for your earnings. All of that income that you earn, you want it to go inside of a business bank account, right? You don't really want it to go into your personal bank account. You can, but when we thinking about if you're serious about this becoming a business for you and you growing and you're scaling, this is how you're thinking. We're not gonna tonight get into like the setting up the business and everything like that, but I'm gonna tell you about it. And then inside of the modules that you have inside of the school course, regardless to where you what office invited you here, that detailed information is inside of that actual course. So when we're in a side hustle mode, we react to problems as they arise. So like I said, a side hustle is we're more reactive. You working harder because you just kind of you just getting up with the day. You're just going with the flow of things. You're not anticipating problems. You're not really looking to grow. You're just looking to make some quick money. You treat clients like transactions. Operate seasonally with panic. You compete on prices alone. So you probably getting underpaid because you just trying to get clients because you're trying to get money. You're not actually operating a business. And if you work this like a business, it will pay you like a business. If you work it as a side hustle, it's going to pay you as a side hustle. So side hustles are reactive, CEOs are proactive. CEOs put systems in place. CEOs leverage processes and automation. CEOs create relationships and experiences. CEOs plan year round with strategy. CEOs command premium pricing through value. So I talked a lot last week about if you bring value, money will chase you. You won't have to chase money, and I promise you that. So can you think of a time where you can think about the difference? Had you reached out to somebody maybe on social media to buy something, to get a service or to get a product, and they maybe were slow to respond, or you had an issue with your purchase, or you needed clarity and you couldn't reach the person. Now that they got their money from you, you can't reach them. And I get a lot of tax clients that way, because now, guess what? They can only reach their tax professional during tax season. But here it is in November and they have questions. They have concerns. They still have things that they need. They need an amendment. They need to add a form, but they can't reach their tax preparer. So drop in the chat if you are on both sides of understanding the difference between dealing with somebody that's a side hustle and dealing with somebody that's running a business. Drop some 100s if you want to be operating a business and not a side hustle in the chat. Let me see who leveling up. And make sure I see y'all got a lot of good questions in here. When I get to the end, I'll go back and make sure I answer everybody's questions. Okay, Patricia, Ian, Kira, I see y'all in the chat. I'm trying to keep up. Y'all dropping them so fast. So it's a big difference in providing value and having repeat clients and clients that will be your client for life once you provide that value. Okay, so $1 million businesses run on systems. The difference between being a chaotic tax season and a profitable one is systems. So now that we're talking more about getting our clients, how to respond to our clients, now we're gonna start thinking about our processes. How do I respond? Where do I send these people? How do I keep up with this information that I'm getting? So yes, people are responding to you. You could be writing down their names and phone numbers in a notebook, but it's gonna be easier to have these things in a secure place that you can easily get the information. So one, you need to be thinking about, okay, do I want to have an Acuity or a Calendly? Those type platforms will allow people to schedule appointments with you and allow you to capture people's name, phone number, and email somewhere where you can refer back to it. An intake form. So you might have a landing page. We got incognito, we got job form. Each week we're gonna get more and more into these different types of systems so you can know what's best for you based on your clientele. We do also have a CRM. The CRM would be a one-stop shop for everything. It would allow you to have your emails in one place. It would allow you to have your text messages in one place. It will allow you to intake your client. So a CRM is the best, and we will be rolling that out more and more for you guys. But that is something to think about based on your clientele and how many clients you have. So having everything in one single spot that would allow you to easily and effectively communicate with your clients. And then if the CRM is something that you feel like you're not ready for, we will also have recommendations for individual things, but some of these individual things cost too. So it's almost better for you to have the CRM than to pay for everything individually, but there will be information for everybody just depending on where you are and what you feel like you're ready for. And note that systems work 24 hours a day. You can't work 24/7. So you want to have the system in place where, hey, if a person is reaching out to you and they're saying that they're interested, that okay, they fill out your landing page, then they get a message to say, thank you for reaching out. We will follow up with you in 24 to 48 hours. That fast responsiveness will keep people engaged with you. So now that you got the clients, let's talk about how we keep the clients. Again, trust is currency, and we want to make sure that we maintain that with our clients. So as the tax preparer, I know some people thinking like, oh, she said, I don't work for her, or I don't work for the office that I'm here for. Like, wait, I don't work for the IRS. So many people think that the tax professionals work for the IRS. Being a tax professional is like on a continuum of being like an attorney or being a social worker. We represent the client. We actually work for the taxpayer, right? That is our job. Our job is to make sure that we educate our taxpayers. So how can they pay less in taxes? What credits do they qualify for? You know, what can they claim based off of their situation? So one rule is, our number one job is to educate. A compliance keeper. So we want to make sure that we are helping people get the biggest refunds legally possible, or to owe the least amount that they can actually owe based off of their situation. Our job is a brand ambassador. Every client interaction reflects our professionalism and shapes our reputation. So again, building that trust, responding quickly, bringing value, showing yourself as knowledgeable. And then most importantly is making sure that we protect and safeguard our clients' personal information. So we already know, like, I don't know why talking about money is so uncomfortable, but tonight, let's get uncomfortable, because with taxes, it's either talking about owing money, getting money, or paying money, right? So either the client getting a refund, they owe you for tax prep fees, or they owe the IRS. So talking about money is something that we're going to have to become comfortable with from this point forward. And when a client fully trusts you, again, you will have lifelong clients. So your client's trust is your biggest currency. When you are preparing taxes, right now, all you need is your laptop, a secure laptop, and Wi-Fi. But you will be dealing with so much personal information. So ever since COVID, tax preparation is pretty much more virtual than in person. How many people on here think that they will be planning on doing tax prep in person? Put in person or virtual if you more so want a virtual office, which means the client sends you the information, you prepare it, and then you get back to them. And in person means that you're gonna have a space where people actually come and see you, and you prepare the taxes in front of them, or maybe you work at an office somewhere where people are allowing you to prepare taxes. Virtual, in person. Okay, in person and virtual. Okay. So I'll talk about virtual first, because virtual is, ever since, like I said, since COVID, people don't pretty much want to come into the office anymore. A lot of times the people that I do see want to come into the office are brand new clients, in which a lot of times people are referrals. If they are a referral from a trusted person, they usually are cool with just sending their information. So we have to make sure that we have things in place. So we have our computer. You may be in an office, you may be in a shared workspace. You could be at a restaurant, or like a coffee shop or somewhere like that. So you always have to be mindful of what you're dealing with. So one, our computer need to have a password on it. Your log in to get into the tax software needs to have a safe password set up, and then everything that will allow access to clients' information. So like your intake forms, your logins for like even like your Calendly or your CRM, all of those things need to have layers of protection. So one, if somebody ever even got your computer, they got to get through layers to even log on to your computer. And then if they got access to any of the apps or the systems that you're using, it is layers of protection there. And we are responsible for that. And the IRS does hold us accountable for those things. And it is very serious. So you never want to walk away from your computer and have a profile up or open. Even just for a quick second, if you're going to walk away from any amount of time, you want to shut down, lock down your computer. I even recommend just having a computer that you only use for taxes. Like if you're a person that's kind of maybe working from home or working from a shared space and you're doing other things, I would recommend having two computers, one for taxes and one for everything else. So that way, you know, okay, when I shut this down, it's done. And then your intake forms and everything like that, in which like job form, incognito, the CRM, all of those things allow for that information to be encrypted. So even if somebody logged in, now they still have another layer that they have to get through, that they can't easily access people information. And of course, you don't never want to share your login credentials with anybody. Okay. Let's see. And so tonight you will also get what is called the WISP. I kind of talked about that at the beginning, which is a written information security plan. These are our detailed responsibilities as tax professionals that we're held up to by the IRS. So for you to come in and for you to have access to the tax software, everybody here will need to read it. Whatever office you're with, if you have questions or concerns, you will get back with your office manager. If you don't, you will go ahead and sign it, and this will be a part of your file that you have had this training, that you have read this document, and that you understand what it means. Like I said, trust with your clients is a currency. I know we live in this world where pretty much all our information has basically already been compromised. But the moment you do it, especially as a small business, it can just be the end of the world. So we want to make sure that it is not an issue at all if we can prevent it. We know that things do happen. Nobody is perfect. But if we are cognizant of what we're doing and we have these things in place, we shouldn't have any problems. So the WISP is the Written Information Security Plan. It is a requirement to have in place by every office by the IRS. It protects taxpayer data, and it gives an action plan in the event that there is a data breach. All right. So within the next 24 hours after this course, that information will be emailed. Guys, please make sure that you are checking your promotions folder and your spam folders weekly. We are communicating with you guys often. So if we say that information is coming out and you don't see it, sometimes depending on information coming from a CRM or coming from a different type of platform, sometimes even if you use like different emojis and stuff like that, it can force the email into a promotions or spam folder. So please make sure that you're checking. This information will be coming out within the next 24 hours, and it is mandatory to gain access to the tax software. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about the WISP before I continue to move forward? Yes, Nikhil.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So as you know, I'm in two different meetings, so I kind of heard mostly about the WISP, but I was kind of confused. Can you run through it one more time? This is my very first time hearing about this.
So the WISP is a written information security plan. So you'll get the actual document to your email within the next 24 hours. And you know, I'll be emailing you and texting you to make sure you received it. So you'll be able
Thank
to
you.
read over it. But it is a requirement of security steps that we should have in place as tax professionals in our responsibility. So how to protect taxpayers' data, and then in the event that there is a data breach, how that information and how that should be responded to and handled accordingly.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing, it entirely. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no. So yeah, you'll get it within the next 24 hours. And then if you have any questions from there, let me know.
I appreciate that.
All right, babe. Okay, so again, trust is the currency of your business. Homework again is to post 3 times this week. So it's earlier in the week. Last time we met on Wednesday, it's Tuesday. So I need for you guys to commit to posting 3 times this week. Respond to every lead professionally. Implement 1 new system. Check your email for WISP and your school invite. So I know every office that's represented here has a school, and the school is pretty much where the courses are held for this 2020, 2025, 2020, Lord, 2025, 2026 tax season. So if you have not joined the school community, the invite may be sitting in your email. So you want to make sure that is where we are communicating. That is where the courses are. It's a lot of good, valuable information. That will also be where the recaps will be. The recordings are being emailed. I think I'm still gonna upload the recordings to my school community as well. I want to go over some additional roles and responsibilities too of the tax preparer that I didn't have inside of here, but we're going to be talking more about these each week. So our responsibilities again are we work for the taxpayer, we don't work for the IRS. We work for ourselves and we work for the taxpayer. Okay, so that's just point blank, period. Our job is to collect and review client information, use the tax code accurately, and ensure all returns are complete, correct, and filed on time. And we're going to be each week going more and more into what our responsibilities look like. Due diligence. In prior years, the IRS was real lenient about things, people would just kind of tell you things. Oh yeah, I went to school. Oh yeah, this my niece or my nephew. For every credit that we put on somebody's tax return, we are held accountable for that. So if a person said that they went to school, but they don't give you a 1098-T, which is our form that would allow us to either get the lifetime learning credit or the American Opportunity credit. If the person just say they went to school, but they can't provide you with the form, they cannot get the credit. If the person say, well, I paid my mortgage, I paid about, 20,000 in interest in 2024. If they don't have their mortgage interest statement, we cannot give them the credit. So although we are representing the taxpayer, we also have a responsibility to make sure we as the professional are doing our job as well, and we have to show the proof. Dealing with the IRS saying you did not know is not acceptable. Saying I didn't know does not stop you from being fined or penalized. Okay. Again, we are to safeguard our the taxpayers' data. We are to use information. We are to use passwords. We are to close down our computers when not in use. We are to follow the information inside the WISP in the event of a data breach. We have to maintain professionalism and ethics. It is our job to stay current on tax law changes. And each week, again, we will continue to dive deeper and deeper into what our responsibilities look like. And of course, we will be going over tax law. And of course, we will be going over the credits and all of that. But just kind of massaging you guys and letting you know. So our clients aren't just numbers. There are people that are trusting us with their financial futures and trusting us to protect their information. So coming up next week, we're going to talk more about onboarding. We're going to talk about pricing and packages. We're going to talk about handling objections, being told no. And then I'm also open to you guys for any specific things that maybe I hadn't covered or I have touched on that you would want to see in next week's course. So if, again, it's your first night here, I want to welcome you. If this is week 2 for you and you came back to back, like, I'm through the roof, excited for y'all and happy for you, because this is definitely showing that you are serious and you showing up for yourself. So action takers are money makers. Do we have any questions?
Essence, did we start at 7 or 7:30? Because I just came in, I guess, to the end of it.
7:30.
Okay, so it was just short. Okay, I was just making
Yeah.
sure I didn't miss anything.
Yes. So the recording will come out, you'll get it and you'll be able to watch it, and make sure that I don't know if you had joined the school community yet.
I'll have to go back and check.
Okay, so you should have an invite, and make sure, I know you was having a tough time, I don't know, getting the emails. So just double check, it should be an invite for school. It's SKOOL. And its courses over there. It recaps everything that we're going through here, and allows you to just kind of look and learn the information on your own time and then ask questions.
Okay.
So anybody have any questions, any concerns? Let me see in the chat.
I got a comment, Essence, like more
Yeah.
so that
Yes.
I know every one of us are in different cities, different states, but I would just advise to piggyback, I'm sorry, off of Essence marketing. Be these dealerships' best friend. Pull up on your dealerships, your local dealerships, wherever they may be.
Car
Dealerships, I'm sorry. Yeah, car dealerships, wherever they may be. Pull up on, one that you went to about your car, your mom, your aunt, your uncle, and take them some pizza, like 2 things of pizza that feed the whole, the dealership or whatever, or something like that. Drop off some flyers with that. That was a game changer for me my 2nd year. Just a little idea, because those people need money. You can get them money that with the advance loan. Hand in hand is an amazing relationship to build. That's all I have.
Thank you. Yes. People still coming in. Okay, so Michael said, can we get handouts email? Michael, clarify what you mean. Can we get handouts email? If you're able to come off mute. Michael, you here? Okay, so I'll come back to Mike. DH was saying, when will we have access to tax software? So the software updates every month, every year in October. So in October, we'll get our P10s, update our P10s, and then people will start getting logins for the software. Okay. although people think that the tax season ends in April, the tax season actually ends in October. So Rave, help me. Is it the 17th, the 15th? That's the last day for e-filing for this
15th.
current season.
The 15th.
15th?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's a Wednesday. I appreciate that. So the 15th, this will cut out the current year for allowing for e-filing, and then we can start loading the software up with your logins to get in. So that was a great question.
Essence, as far as the advanced loan, like explaining that, when will we find out about that so we can put that on our flyers to hand out as well?
That will, so next week, we're gonna definitely probably do intro into taxation. So probably not next week, but the following week, we'll be getting into that after we kind of start talking about like income taxes and deductions. We'll start talking about that, and we can start offering tax loans as early as January 2nd. So you're gonna have plenty of time, and we're gonna make sure that you thoroughly understand what it means to offer those, what you can offer, qualifications, all of those things. So probably another 2 weeks before we kind of get into that space.
Okay. And so I should look at doing flyers about that time.
Yeah, I mean, you can do flyers now. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to be able to offer tax loans up to $7,000 starting January 2nd.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. But just the kind of details that come with that. So people will start asking you that around the holiday time. So like around November, December, but it's not available until January 2nd.
Got
it. So I did notice, like last year when I had first started, people were going to like H&R Block and stuff and getting advances and not like doing their taxes with them. What's the best way to go about that scenario if that was to happen to you or us?
So in general, though H&R Block and like Jackson Hewitt, they be offering like some holiday loans. So that is kind of like them taking the risk where they're giving out some money. Maybe if you previously filed or if you got a refund, they may give you money, and then people kind of promising to come back, but they don't. It's different from the actual advance loan because the advance loan locks the person in. There are two types of advanced loans, and we'll get into that. So one, if you are a new preparer and you don't have a relationship with that person, sometimes it's not in your best interest to offer that loan because it will cost you. And then two, the other loans, the in-season loan means that they're locked in. They can't go anywhere else because they actually had to file with you and be acknowledged by the IRS. So if they tried to go somewhere else, they would be rejected, showing that they already tried to file. So we'll spend more time going through that. But the loans that you see kind of like at H&R Block and Jackson Hewitt in November and December are what they call holiday loans. And people are not filing because people don't have tax documents at that time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Anybody else? I am looking through the chat. I know it was some questions kind of a while back. So if I have not answered your question, please don't be afraid to come off of mute. Are we supposed to go on IRS or website? Do we get an email? So
oh, that was for the P10 question.
okay, like I'm trying to catch up. So the thing is, so if you want to do the CRM, Candace is gonna be doing something with that, whether it's a video or something that will be uploaded in the school that will kind of break down the CRM. Are you guys familiar with the term CRM?
No.
Is it put in the chat? Yes, no, that you are in a space where you understand what a CRM is and what it's used for. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. No. Yes. Okay. So if you know what the CRM is, which is a customer retention relation manager, if you know what it is and what it does, you know how powerful it is.
Yes.
Right? If you don't know, we're going to give you more information so you can make a decision. So like how I was saying, like how you can have job form to create an intake form for your client. Then you can have Calendly, where you can have a link that you send to people to schedule appointments with you. Then you can have a landing page that's capturing people's names and phone numbers. And you have all these separate systems that are allowing you to work, but the CRM is a one-stop shop for everything. So instead of you having Calendly, job form, a landing page, all of those things are in one space for you. And it allows you to have, workflows and things of that nature. So it's just a one-stop shop. So some people, you don't have any clients, you might not want to invest in that quite yet. And then other you guys, you are seasoned, you already kind of have a strong, warm market. It will be a good investment for you. So we'll go more into that, but the systems and having, okay, the client say they're interested and this happens next. After that, this happens next. And that it just allows it to flow and it's in one place. Okay. Candace said, don't promote the advances until around October. You can use these as lead magnets starting in mid-October. So people will be asking. So I definitely will be getting more information up. We'll get more information up with the CRM versus individual platforms for systems. Those are good questions. Candace, is there anything else that you want to add tonight about the CRM?
Not really.
Okay.
Sorry, it was an echo. So as far as the CRM is concerned, just the biggest thing is that they know that it will literally streamline the entire tax office for them when it comes down to the automations, when it comes down to the marketing, everything that you would normally have to put your finger on and hit go, whether it be an email, SMS marketing, which is text marketing. This thing is powerful. So we're putting like a package together for y'all because we want to make sure that this tax season you have, like we told you, all the tools, all the resources, every single system that you'll need to be able to literally power up your tax office and have it on go so you can literally be asleep and still collecting information.
And this is what you want. This is what you want. Okay. That's good. Anybody else? So this is gonna be a one-stop shop because we're not doing kitchen taxes. We're not doing side hustle. Like even if you don't want the you don't know about your vision for your business yet, go back and look at your goals for last week. So last week we set income goals to determine how many clients that we need. We're not losing focus of the goal at any time. So every class, every course, all this information is taking you one step closer to actually reaching your goal. So even if you're gonna do it on a small level, we're still doing it at a high level, right? So we're not compromising value, no matter how big or small we want to go. I want to make sure that you guys really drive home the importance of protecting people's information and how valuable people giving you their trust is. And then our roles, understand that you are building your business. We're setting the tone, we're setting the foundation. We're setting the tone and we're setting the foundation for, where we're going and what we're doing here. So we're doing everything at a very, very high level. So any other questions, concerns, clarity about your responsibility as a tax professional, protecting your clients' personal information? or marketing needing ideas? Is everybody here inside of the school communities? So whatever office brought you here has a school community where it's a plethora of resources for you guys. Perfect. And then make sure you got somebody saying something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying, yeah, we'll get that done.
Okay, perfect. And then make sure we
I
drop
have
in
a question. I have a
Okay.
question
Yes, ma'am.
about the school. I
Yes.
went in there this today and I wasn't able to get access. Do you provide that access?
Yeah, so you must have if you said you went in there today, I was preparing for class, so I hadn't checked it. So I'll go in and let you in once we get off.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. I lost my train of thought. But so you have that. Make sure you guys log in. Oh, social media. I was wanting to make sure that if you're interested, that you're dropping your social medias in the school communities. I have made a post in mine to share that information so we can follow each other. Some people on TikTok, some people on Facebook, some people on Instagram, so we can support each other. You can also drop your post if you're feeling like, I don't know if this is good. I want to know, I want some feedback. The communities are here so that we can say, oh, well, I would say this, or no, that's not quite right. Or yeah, girl, that's good. And so we can stop by your page and like it. We're all family now. A lot of us, we don't know each other. We're from different states. So people don't know that we are your new tax family. So they not going to come on there and like it. But sometimes it takes somebody else to come on there and say something like, congratulations. If you say, well, I'm doing taxes now, and I come on there and I say, oh, I'm gonna be hitting you up. They don't know who I am. So make sure you're sharing your information so that we can support each other. Okay. And then you can also get good tips from other people. Like Talia, that was my MVP, new tax preparer last year. Lots of great posts. Like, she rocked out. So you might go on her page and be like, oh, look at that flyer, and get you some ideas. So we're here. We're not in competition. We are in support, and we are rising and growing together. All right. So, okay. We a little bit over an hour. So if don't nobody have any questions, concerns, we're going to get ready to wrap it up, and then we are back here. That same link should work every single week moving forward, Tuesdays at 7:30 Eastern. Kara, Rave, Candace, we all clear? Anything y'all want to say before we end it for the night?
No, only thing I just got a little small tip is just, I'm telling you guys, if you follow the roadmap that Essence and Candace are giving you and Care giving you, I promise you, it works. It's not something that's fictional. It's not something they just giving you game. It's literally something that's working. I'm living proof. I went from making 10,000 1 year to 6 figures. Promise you. Follow the roadmap.
Okay, show up.
I want to be a Rave.
Okay. I mean,
Yes.
I literally quit my job off of just following that roadmap.
That's powerful.
Amen. But I'm
All
happy.
right. Miss
Happy
Patricia.
everybody. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, Josh. You next. Let's go. All right. See y'all next week. See y'all in the school group too.
Bye, y'all. Have a great night.
Good night.
Thank you.